On the high plains of western Kansas, there is no clear line between water and second chances. Although I didn't know it at the time, I was in search of both when I turned my Prius off a 2-lane highway and onto the washboard gravel that led back to the farm. After 15 years, the land matched my memories of it. I recalled precisely the vault of space, the circled sky the most dominant feature, and the sun a physical weight. Grids of stubble that rotate every half-mile, from corn to wheat to sorghum to corn. Each field a parable about boys who become men by learning to plow every inch, by knowing what not to know, by never leaving, or by never coming back. The road dead ends at the breaks of the now dry Cimarron River, where the tablelands fall abruptly to a ribbon of short grass nestled in a river bend with sage sandhills rising to the south. Here stands the Little Rock House. Named after century-old concrete walls and corrals, it was once my great-grandfather's cattle camp. It is where I spend most of my adolescent summers, and it is where my father has returned to live out his years amid broken flints and buried bison bones. He answered the metal door in his preferred retirement get-up, a SpongeBob bathrobe and a silver belly Stetson. At that moment, I realized the only thing I could say for certain was that he was born to this gusty land. Before, he liked to keep his distance. By then, he had little choice. And sometimes distance is as close to caring for each other as a father and son can get. I stayed one night. Like always, I slept in the fixed-up barn, not the house. When the irrigation motor woke me up, I knew I'd been gone too long. The unmuffled case engine sits a mile in a cornfield from the Little Rock House. The big motor pumps 1,400 gallons of crystalline groundwater per minute nearly every day from early spring to late fall straight into the desiccating wind. Its steady drone was the backdrop to my childhood summers on the farm, as ordinary as the heat and flies and storms. But that first night back, its ceaseless rhythm was distracting. Because it draws from the water sands under the former riverbed, this motor was one of the few wells in this corner of the plains still pumping at full capacity. After 8 decades of intensive irrigation, other wells in the county had dwindled. Many had gone dry. In 2014, the well at the Little Rock House hit bottom. My father re-drilled and luckily hit water farther down. Since then, he'd grown increasingly alarmed about the dropping water table. He asked around. Neighbors confirmed his suspicions. During my visit, my father told me about a nearly incredible scale of aquifer decline. His stories lingered after I left.